I really feel like we could get into is this a diet territory with all of this? And I'm very mindful of that. And maybe by the end of the summer, I'm going to be like, putting out art supplies as a diet, you guys. But right now.
I'm most interested in this double mayonnaise application.
There's never enough mayonnaise on turkey sandwiches. I feel like every week I'm discovering a new weird thing you can do with AI that I'm just like, what? Why? Why?
Yeah. Is it worth it to write a book?
Oh, man, you guys. This is a good question, and it's a very complicated question.
Because it's hard to be a person with a body these days when bonkers TikTok diets are all the rage. And why are the seats so damn small on the airplane? Because it's hard to be a person with a body these days.
You are listening to Burnt Toast. I'm Virginia Soule-Smith.
And I'm Corinne Fay.
Today, we are going to answer 5 listener questions that came in from Instagram, and this part of the episode is free for everyone to listen to.
Then stay tuned for our bonus segment, Indulgence Gospel. This week, we're discussing our feelings about shorts. Why did we like them last year? Why do we hate them this year? Are we too old for shorts?
Spicy, divisive topic, I think. Indulgence Gospel segments are a perk for paid subscribers, so if that's not you, click the link in your episode description or go to burnttoastpodcast.com to join us. I'm very excited for this listener question episode. I feel like we haven't done one of these in a while, and it's a delightful smorgasbord of topics. Like, we're just kind of all over the place. These are the most fun. All right, I'm going to ask the first one because I don't know the answer, and you do. So this person asked, what is your take on AI headshots? I think they're a diet. Corinne, what is an AI headshot? What is happening?
Okay, I'm so surprised you haven't seen these, and I think you have. I don't think it's limited to headshots, first of all. I feel like I've seen them also on, like, social media. But it's like an AI picture of you, basically.
Wait, what?
Like, you feed a picture of yourself into, like, AI, and it kind of, like, smooths that out. I think the people are using it for headshots because you can take, like, a picture of you at the beach or something and say, like, make this look like a headshot.
I see.
I think part of the appeal is, well, you don't have to pay a photographer. Like, we just got photos taken. It was hard. Like,
It was a whole day of, plus the anticipating ahead of time.
Right. Yeah. Like, we had a great photographer. Everything went smoothly. And, like, it was exhausting. It's hard. It's expensive. So, like, why not just use AI? However, I do think where this gets into, like, is this a diet, is I do think AI, you know, it also kind of, like, smooths out wrinkles, like, and blemishes.
Probably thins faces.
Yeah, even if you're fat, I think you look a certain type of fat, like you don't have a double chin, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I think I'm with this question asker. Are they a diet? I think they probably are.
Yeah.
I feel like we played around with some, like, photo thing.
We did. We tried some TikTok filters.
But it was a filter that, like, made you fat, but it made you, like, cute fat.
Right.
Made you, like, chubby.
And then we were just, like, fat and also still fat. Yes, we tried that filter. If we can dig up those photos, we'll put them in the transcript. I mean, I'm pretty AI averse, AI conservative, AI cautious. And especially when it comes to using AI in a way that would replace, like, human creative talent, which certainly not hiring a photographer is doing. So I'm not pro this from that perspective, although I understand there might be situations where, like, you have a job interview and you need a headshot last minute and, like, whatever.
Yeah.
I get it. The fact that there's a lot of default settings in AI, I didn't know about the headshots truly, but we have seen this in other applications of AI. It, like, skews towards patriarchal beauty standards with all of it.
Sure.
Like, it will make anybody, like, look thinner, look whiter, look blonder, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Look younger. So that's a creepy thing about it. It's not surprising, but it is gross.
Yeah.
I think is my take.
Yeah, I agree. I think I can see the appeal because I know taking photos is hard.
Yeah. And it can be so anxiety provoking.
I don't know. I would wonder how people who, like, work in HR or recruiting are, like, responding to that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm sure there's some corporations that are using AI for so many things. They're like, yes, why not also this?
Yeah.
I also think it's worth considering what it will do to you and your perception of yourself to
So
see
true.
a heavily AI filtered version of yourself. And I mean, I think we have this conversation around those TikTok filters, around social media in general, like selfie
Yeah.
culture. There's so many ways that we take images of ourselves that like are not totally accurate.
Yeah.
And I totally do it. I definitely filter photos sometimes to improve the lighting and make my skin look more even in tone. You know, like we all do this. Like we all
Yeah.
subtly pose for photos in ways that are whatever. But if you're going to be using these photos for a lot of things and like really looking at that version of yourself, is it going to make it harder to be okay with your like actual human form?
There's a way in which headshots already feel like a filtered version of yourself.
Totally. If you have the choice and the budget, hire a real photographer. It also can be such an affirming and body positive experience. Like we loved working with Molly.
Totally.
I felt like it made me much less nervous because I had a professional who was really working with me to get the type of image I wanted. And I think that's valuable. So,
yeah. Also, having not tried the AI headshot thing, if it is stuff where like you can say like, okay, make my hair lighter, like, you know, it's just feels like, ugh.
I feel like every week I'm discovering a new weird thing you can do with AI that I'm just like, what? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, and some of it's harmless. One of my kids has gotten into this thing with AI where they're running a Victorian orphanage, and I don't know.
Wow.
That seems fine.
Like, how does that work?
I don't understand what's happening. It's sort of like they're writing a novel, but like in conversation with AI.
Okay.
It's a gamified version of like they're making up a story. AI is giving them information. I don't know. Like
fascinating.
It's fascinating and disturbing. Mostly I want it out of our schools and I want it not replacing creative work. That is my feelings. And also not destroying the environment. So
yeah, that would be nice.
How much water did it take to make your AI headshot? ?
Yeah. All right. Well, not to hard pivot, but
let's hard pivot.
What are your go-to beach snacks?
I love this question.
Yeah.
This is delightful to me. I don't get to go to the beach like so often throughout the summer. We don't live in a beach community or anything, but we will be going to Cape Cod again later this summer. So we'll have a week of like good beach days, which I'm jazzed for. My feeling is for beach snacks, you need something hydrating, something salty, and also something a little bit more substantial because the beach makes you very hungry in my experience. Do you agree?
I do agree, yeah.
So I'm a fan of like a turkey sandwich or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, some chips, and like some watermelon. Like I feel like that hits all the key points for me.
Yeah, my three things were like big juicy sandwich, fruit, and like beverage.
Okay.
And also like salty chip.
Yeah. That's like really the perfect combination. When I occasionally get to go to the Jersey Shore, I really like getting a hoagie.
Yes.
That's like, I mean, we'll get to this in a later question, but that's really like a platonic ideal of a beach meal, in my opinion.
Absolutely agree.
I always also, when I think about beach snacks, I remember this piece that Samin Nosrat wrote, I think when Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat first came out, or it might have been an excerpt from that, where she talks about going to the beach as a kid and her mom packing cucumber and feta sandwiches. And the salt of the ocean made the like feta even more like salty and delicious. Yeah. And then the cucumber is so refreshing. And I have never eaten that on a beach, but it seems perfect and maybe I will try it this summer.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. I feel like also there's something about like a sandwich that you buy and then like it sits in your bag for a while before you eat it. It's like more delicious.
Because like all the oils and
like
mayonnaise and whatever.
Marinates.
Not like in a stomach poisoning way with mayonnaise. Obviously bring your ice packs, but it marinates in a good way. Also ice cream trucks, an important part of many a beach experience.
I don't think I've ever had that beach experience.
Well, Jersey Shore, you'll definitely find ice cream trucks. It depends. Cape Cod, less so. Depends where you are, but if that's an option, if there's an ice cream truck coming through, hit that up. So while we are talking about food, the other food question we got is someone wrote, I just want to hear about everyone's perfect sandwich. And I really love that question.
Yeah. It makes me so hungry. Like, all I want now is a perfect sandwich.
I feel really bad because I'm realizing because we record across 3 time zones, I am the only one of us who's probably eaten lunch so far.
Yeah.
And
I usually have a snack before we record because otherwise I get so grumpy. But
That's
I also
important.
am like, I need to eat like immediately after.
we should have had sandwiches after recording. That would have been better. What's your favorite sandwich?
I mean, it's not possible for me to pick one. Like, truly could never, but
Too many great sandwiches.
I have a few specific ones I want to call out. The one here in Albuquerque that I like to get is I like to get this fried tofu banh mi from Coda Bakery.
Oh.
Great at the pool. It's like salty, squishy,
Yeah.
crunchy vegetables. It's delicious.
So good.
In Maine, I really like to get an Amato's sandwich, which is like a Maine Italian, which is basically ham and cheese and like green peppers and pickles and tomatoes and
sold.
stuff.
I'm
So
into that.
good.
Mm-hmm.
And then another like historical favorite sandwich for me is from Woodstar in Northampton, Massachusetts, where I went to college. And it's like a turkey sandwich with green apples and like mustard and cranberry. And it's so good. It's like unreal on like really thick, like sliced sourdough bread.
Yes.
So those are 3 of my perfect sandwiches. I probably have more.
I could probably keep going. We could devote the whole
Sandwiches
episode.
are a real favorite for me.
Real passion of mine.
Yeah.
I already mentioned Jersey Shore hoagies.
Yes.
My best friend Amy got me on that bandwagon a few years ago, and they're very hard to replicate outside of like the Jersey Shore, Philly area.
This is like an Italian sandwich, right? Like salami,
Yeah.
cheese.
I usually get a turkey.
pickles. Okay.
But you get it with like they put the Italian dressing and the oregano on
Yeah.
with like the tomatoes and pickles. Oh god, it's so good. And the bread is really hard to find outside of that area. Like
Yeah.
other foot long or like long tubular sandwiches are never on the right bread.
Totally. Like it has to be soft enough that you can shove it in your mouth,
Yes.
but hard
yes,
enough to not completely melt
Yes.
when it gets
Yes.
juicy.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
It's very hard to find. So that is a real perennial favorite sandwich. I'll also throw in a few homemade sandwiches.
Yeah.
When I make a turkey sandwich at home, one way I elevate it is I have a very specific stacking method. I believe it should go bread, like you've got your 2 pieces of bread, mayonnaise on both slices of bread, turkey on both slices of bread, and then in what will be the middle of the sandwich, you do another little bit of mayonnaise, and then that's where you put your like cheese, pickles, lettuce, what other toppings.
Wow.
So they're in the
interesting.
middle when you put it all together.
I'm most interested in this double mayonnaise application.
There's never enough mayonnaise on turkey sandwiches. When I go to a diner, I always order a turkey club, and I always tell them I want a side of mayonnaise, and they say, "Do you mean mayonnaise on the side?" And I say, "No, I mean mayonnaise on the sandwich and more mayonnaise on the side." Because you always need to like keep the turkey hydrated as you go.
Yeah. I think that's a good technique.
So that's my home technique. I mean, also homemade sandwiches I love, tomato sandwiches.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know, shout out Julia Turshen and her new Queer Romance Down to Earth, which features heavily tomato sandwiches. But yeah, come like July, August, when our tomatoes get ripe. Yeah, soft white bread, mayonnaise, salt, pepper. You need nothing else. They're so good.
So good.
And I'm going to also say the humble peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. PB&J really just hits sometimes.
It really hits. It's like so helpful if you're like packing a snack. You need something
Yes.
that's going to like stay good for a while in your purse or your backpack.
Totally.
Like, don't sleep on PB&J. It really is a classic for a reason.
Yeah. I think PB&J is also a really good breakfast, I've discovered.
Yes. It's a good post-workout. Like sometimes after
Yeah.
the gym, I really want a PB&J. It's a perfect food for sure. Okay, another good summer question. How are we protecting our folds and rolls as summer heats up and sweat is everywhere? And oh my God, I'm so sweaty this summer, you guys. It's perimenopause plus summer. It's a lot right now.
It's rough. I do kind of feel like you got to be on top of it if you start getting rashes in your skin folds.
Mm-hmm.
The number one thing is to let your skin completely dry if it's possible, like after you get out of the shower.
Yes.
Like if you're sweaty at the gym and then you take a shower after you get out, try to get dry before you start putting clothes back on.
Yes.
I'm a big supporter of diaper rash cream.
Oh, yes. You've talked about this before. This is genius.
I mean, it basically prevents you from... Actually, what does it even do? It's like a skin barrier. It kind of like prevents your skin from getting that rashy. But also sometimes if you're already in the rash zone, sometimes you need like a medicated cream. Like you need like an antifungal cream. You might have to go to the doctor, or you might be able to use athlete's foot cream. I also find it helpful to sometimes wear loose cotton clothes.
Yeah, I go back and forth on whether I want like very loose cotton clothes where like nothing's touching me.
Yeah.
Like you've written about in Big Undies a bunch. Or sometimes like for inner thighs, I really want like a bike short situation. That's going to keep everything like, everything's going to stay smooth. Nothing can stick together, you know?
Yeah, I like bike shorts for like hiking and stuff, but I do find that if I like wear them to work out or wear them to hike and then leave them on for a while, then sometimes I start to get like rashy belly because I just feel like, I feel like the sweat just kind of stays in there.
It's like the same with wet swimsuits. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't hang around. I think that's another rule.
Things got to dry out.
You can't hang around in your like super sweaty, wet, like once things have saturated, you got to move on. Yeah. It's going to get bad. It's going to get bad.
Yeah. Do you have any other tips?
I mean, I continue to swear by Old Spice antiperspirant deodorant as an inner thigh situation. I feel like it holds up really well for me for whatever reason.
Do you do it like under boob too?
Yeah, I do some under boob with it.
That's another like rashy area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then changing out of sweaty clothes. I also just got from my dermatologist a prescription clindamycin cream because when I get really sweaty, I break out a lot on my back and sometimes also like in folds. You get like those like disgusting cystic acne situations. And that's been helping a lot with that.
Cool.
It's not a sexy topic, but it's an important one. All parts of your body deserve care.
Totally. What are your favorite indoor summer activities when it's raining or too hot out?
I really like this question because it is true. There comes a point every summer where you're like, enough.
Yeah.
Enough with the sun. And I always feel a little guilty. Like, it's summer, it's magical weather time. I need to be appreciating it. But yeah, once it gets too hot, it's too hot. So I'm definitely a fan of a rainy day movie afternoon. I think that's pretty great. I'm going to gear mine more towards stuff with kids, too. I don't know whether this person was asking for ideas with kids or not, but, like, you can do the non-kid ones. I've talked before about our slime station. We're going hard on slime in the house this summer. The kids love making slime. They love messing around with the slime they've made. That's been keeping them busy. Other little crafty type projects. There's this concept that's very popular with parenting influencers. One in particular who I do genuinely like is the Workspace for Children. And they talk a lot about like setting up like a few simple craft supplies and then just like letting kids find them. And like you don't make a big thing. You're not like, we're sitting down to do art. Just like put out some stickers and markers and let them find it and do their thing. And I've been doing that a lot over the last couple of weeks. And it's been working really well with my kids, with their friends, like just having something simple out. And then they'll like sit and do it for a while because I haven't talked about it or made it mandatory. And then I can sit with them and we can like do it together. So stickers has been a big one for that.
Do you like rotate out what it is so they don't get bored of it?
I either kind of wait till it's like starting to get ignored or it's like too messy. And then I put it away and then maybe I don't have anything out for a few days and I put something else out. Or like this week we're going hard on stickers, but they go to their dad's tomorrow. So I'll probably like clean it all up when they leave and then have like something else out when they come back. I'm not going to lie. Like I feel a little embarrassed talking about it. It feels a little precious, a little like Montessori mom, a little sad beige mom to be like, I set up art projects to invite my children to play. But especially when you're like up against the nonstop screens and summer boredom, like it's not a big lift. It's like 5 minutes of putting out some markers and like whatever. And it's like stuff I already have. Like I'm just like in our big mess of art supplies, I'm like pulling out a few things.
Totally.
Because then they actually see, oh, I can do this one thing. Whereas if they're just like looking at our shelves of art supplies, it's like too much and they don't
Yeah,
It's
that
overwhelming.
makes sense.
And
Yeah.
I'm usually really into it too. Like I like sitting and doing stickers or, like needle felting, any of that stuff. Like it's so satisfying and regulating.
That reminds me, I've heard of adults who are trying to spend less time on their phone making like an analog bag or an analog box.
I love
where
that
it's
idea.
like, yeah, you have like a book, like art supplies,
Yes.
stuff like that you can do like instead of phone stuff.
Yes. I mean, it's definitely been helping me look at my phone less in the evenings.
Yeah.
Like if I'm sitting and doing something with them. I think there is something to like, I really feel like we could get into, is this a diet territory with all of this? And I'm very
Yeah.
mindful of that. And maybe by the end of the summer, I'm going to be like, putting out art supplies as a diet, you guys. But right now, I feel like, especially with summer, which is this time of like, you want to pack in like fun and special memories and whatever, but it goes fast. And like being a little bit intentional about having the things you want to do actually available so you'll do them is, I think, really valuable.
Yeah, I like that.
Like even if it's just like, I want to journal, so I'm going to like leave my journal and a pen on the coffee table so I'll see it. Like, I don't know. I guess it could become oppressive if you're like, oh, no, I don't want to pick that up. Like, then fine. But
I feel like it's maybe like a neurodivergence, like ADHD thing where it's like, if I look at a bookshelf, I'm like, oh, no, I have nothing to read.
yes.
But if there's like one book out, then I'm
Yes.
more likely to pick it up. It's like less overwhelming.
I do this with books with my kids too.
Yeah.
If I get a new book that I want them to read, I don't hand it to them directly and I don't put it on their bookshelf. I leave it
funny.
to be found
Yeah, that's really
in the
funny.
family room or on their beds.
I
And
love
then they
that.
will always pick it up, but it has to be like just there by itself. It just dropped into your life.
Yeah.
A delightful little treat.
Yeah.
And I think if you want to do more like crafty art type things, taking the time to like set up a little space for them and have the supplies you want. Like we did at the start of summer, did a big trip to Michael's and like really went all out on art supplies. And then I got them home and no one touched them because it was like too much. So now I'm
Yeah.
just like pulling out a little bit at a time.
Yeah, that's smart.
And it's working really well. Yeah. What other indoor
Oh,
summer
yeah. Okay. I
activities?
want to talk about my hot activities. I live in Albuquerque. It's really hot. It's really sunny. It's high elevation. I do not want to be doing outdoor activities in the middle of the day ever. And I also don't have refrigerated air. So I feel like this is the perfect question for me. Although I feel like my answers are not that different from yours. I think going to a movie theater, it's always
yeah.
cold in there.
So freaking cold.
Yeah, last Saturday I went to a movie at like 1 p.m. and it was perfect.
Yes.
Like sit in the dark, eat popcorn, chill.
Yeah.
Another place that is almost always air conditioned, library.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just go hang out there. Like bring your laptop or you can go just like wander around the shelves, cool down.
Plus, libraries have so many great events. My kid is at a baby goat day at the library
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
Like,
wow.
what?
Yeah, that's really true. Check your like local library calendar.
Check what they're doing. Even if it's for kids, you can go too. It's fine.
Yeah,
Who doesn't want
totally.
to see a baby goat?
Yeah. Other big air conditioned places, museums.
Yeah.
Go to a local museum.
Yep.
If you have a local university, like they probably have a museum and a library you can visit. Also the mall. Like go to the mall,
Yeah.
buy a lemonade and just like watch people walk around.
Yeah. Malls. This is a great time of year to use malls.
My other tip for doing like outdoor activities is to do them like in the evening
Mm-hmm.
when it's starting to cool down.
Yeah, or like early morning, should you be an early riser, but no pressure. I also like the amount of water bottles I bring with us to go anywhere in the summer.
Yeah.
I actually got out my big like 64-ounce Stanley and I was like, this is what comes with us because everybody drinks their water so fast and then is so grumpy and thirsty.
All right. Post-gardening body care, is it just collapsing? Is there a hand lotion people love?
I'd mostly just collapse, but I love the idea that there would be more. In a perfect world, I would both remember to stretch and do like a short core sequence before going out to garden because then my gardening form would be better. I would hinge properly and not just like throw out my lower back constantly. And yes, I would have like an aftercare routine. I am a big fan of getting in my pool or my hot tub, depending on the temperature after gardening. I think that's really nice because gardening muscles get very sore. I guess that's really just collapsing, but with water. So That's good. I also think like a big mistake that a lot of especially new gardeners make is gardening really hard and then going inside. And like the reason you make the garden is to have something beautiful to be in. So like making yourself sit down with like a lemonade or a seltzer and just like chill in the garden after you've worked on it is really, really nice. Don't sleep on that.
I often like to go sit in the garden before I garden because I feel like I'll be sitting there and then I'll be like, oh, I should do this. So I find that kind of like motivating sometimes. After I garden, I like must take a shower because I feel like there's so much like prickly, dusty, allergic
plus you're
stuff.
sweaty.
Yeah, I need
And
to.
as we discussed, you don't want to sit in your sweaty clothes.
Yeah, so I'm taking a shower immediately after.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a go-to hand lotion. I do think a hand lotion is a good idea, especially if you're really digging in the dirt. It dries your hands out a lot.
I use gloves.
Oh.
You basically need them here. Because
I guess
it's really
so
like
more
prickly and it's like sandy, but
yeah. I personally am very anti-gloves unless I'm dealing actively with thorns.
yeah,
I really
I'm
like
dealing
getting
actively
my
with thorns.
hands in the dirt.
Yeah.
And the dirt under my nails. It's like a big part of the gardening experience. And I feel like when I'm wearing gloves, I just can't like tease apart a plant's roots or like I don't know. I just feel like there's a barrier now between me and nature.
I mean, there's certain things I would take the gloves off for, but they're kind of a necessity here.
Yeah, I hear that. I would also say a big part of my post-gardening or sort of ongoing gardening body care is pedicures. Because if you garden in sandals, your feet will really take a beating, like especially in the summer when you're not like, or even if you're in boots. I don't know. It's like you can get a lot of calluses. You can get really dirty toenails. Sorry, that's gross, but just where we are. Cracked heels is a big thing.
Yeah.
So regular pedicures like helps on warding off gardener hooves, I would say.
That's a good one.
I think those are the big things. And then, you know, if you grew something delicious, make sure you're eating it. And if you grew flowers, cut your flowers and bring them inside. That's very important gardening care.
All right. Last question. Is it worth it to write a book?
Oh, man, you guys. This is a good question, and it's a very complicated question.
I feel like it really depends on what people mean by worth it.
Yeah.
Like, are they talking about like emotionally,
No.
financially?
I will start by saying I would not have my career that I have now. We would not have Burnt Toast if I didn't write The Eating Instinct, which was my first book that absolutely did not sell, but it put me on a path of doing this work that then led to Burnt Toast, led to Fat Talk. So like, yes, it was worth it because I love my job and I love that this is what we do. And it's all like connected. Was it financially worth it? No, including writing Fat Talk, which was a New York Times bestseller. It was not financially worth it. Like there was money. I used the money to pay bills and things, but you're not getting like rich. That's not my retirement fund. I don't make royalties off either of my books. I don't know how deep people want to go in, but you get paid in advance by the publisher. And until your book earns out, meaning it has sold enough to like earn back your advance for the publisher, you don't start to get royalties. And it's actually very rare for books to earn out their advances. So they don't continue to make me money. Only the mega bestsellers do that. What other ways of worth it would we consider?
Like, is it emotionally fulfilling? Like,
Yes.
Do you like doing it?
Mostly. I actually loved writing both of my books. I did ghostwriting projects before writing my own books that I loved less. They were more just like a job. But I love the process of being immersed in writing a book. It's very creatively fulfilling. You get to go deeper into research than you do, you know, when we're writing a weekly newsletter. Like, I don't do deep dive reporting anymore. And that is really fun and fulfilling. And I enjoyed doing that for both my books. I talked about this in the Burnt Toast 5th anniversary piece. Like, I just don't have a calling right now to do another book. I don't feel a strong urge towards like a whole new project. There is an adaptation happening with Fat Talk that I can't talk about yet, but when we're ready to announce that, I will. That's a different type of book I feel good about. Writing a whole new book from scratch. I don't know how to say whether it's worth it for someone else to do it. I'm glad I did it. I don't particularly want to do it again right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I also think a lot of that is me responding to like the season of life I'm in, like the amount of time I spent parenting, like the amount of time I spend doing this job, like where would the time to write the book come from? You know, like I could see when my kids are older, I'll feel differently. For folks who don't have kids, like, you know, there's just different math around this.
Yeah.
I may have a totally different answer in 6 months. Have you ever wanted to write a book, Corinne?
I'm lightly interested.
Yeah.
I think I would want to write a fiction book.
Ooh.
And I've never written any fiction, so who knows where that would come from.
Would it be a queer romance novel?
Maybe. If people are thinking about this, Liz Lenz wrote a kind of interesting piece called Why I Can't Just Write Books for a Living.
Yeah. I mean, the unfortunate reality is the mechanics of the publishing industry don't make book writing worth it for the vast majority of even pretty successful authors.
Yeah.
Which is depressing, and I wish it wasn't that way, but it is that way.
Totally.
That doesn't mean I don't feel like either of my books were worth it. I also think a lot about, Angela Garbez said this to me the week after Fat Talk came out. She said, it takes 5 years to know how you feel about the book you wrote.
Yeah.
And I think that's really true. And I'm only 3 years out from Fat Talk, so
yeah,
I can't say yet. But definitely, like, 5 years after The Eating Instinct was like when I was doing Fat Talk, when Burnt Toast was really up and running, and I was able to say like, oh, okay, that first little book that I loved writing, it means a lot to me emotionally, but it did not sell well. It did not launch anything, but I could see how it led to this next phase of life I'm in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, well, should we do some butter?
What's your butter?
My butter is 2 weeks ago, I got to see the Indigo Girls in concert. And it was so glorious. Big shout out to Burnt Toast listener, Lucy Wainwright Roche, who got me the tickets. She is their opener, and she does backup vocals for them. And Lucy is just like a total delight of a human. And yeah, gave us tickets to come see them when they were playing near us. And it was like, oh, I'm going to get teary just thinking about it. It was such a beautiful night. I've loved the Indigo Girls since I was a teenager, like 30 years. And I remember seeing them when I was 17, you know, like my friends smoking cloves were like on the lawn at this big arena stadium show. And like, it was just like one of those iconic high school memories. And now seeing them like as a 45-year-old and they're older, it's just like these bands that are like the soundtrack of your whole life. It's really moving.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Are you a big Indigo Girls fan? Have we talked about this?
I like the Indigo Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen them live.
They're really beautiful. And Emily has talked about this on their Instagram. Her voice has really changed.
Yeah.
She's got some medical conditions. And, you know, I noticed it. I saw them in 2019, and I noticed her voice was a little different then. I think it's more pronounced now, and so they felt like they really wanted to talk about it before the tour. And I'm so glad they did, because rather than, like, you sitting there and being like, oh, something different, I don't know, everybody in the audience knows what's happened. And so when she says, like, will you sing along? Like, everybody is like, we will sing for you, Emily. Like, the whole audience, it's like all these perimenopausal and menopausal women who are in love with the Indigo Girls who are like, we are here for you. Like, you raised us, and now we will sing for you. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
That sounds really special.
That whole night was a major butter of my summer. So, all right. What about you?
Well, I think our real true butter this week is Burnt Toast listeners, because I want to recommend this muffin recipe that a Burnt Toast listener, Chris Ann, sent to me.
Oh, Chris Ann.
Yeah, I feel like a while ago I had endorsed like a bran muffin recipe, and I still think that's a good recipe. It makes like an insane amount.
Yes, I know that recipe.
So Chris Ann sent me this recipe for Morning Glory muffins from Sally's Baking Addiction. And they're made with whole wheat flour. They have apples, carrots, raisins, like a lot of fiber, flax, I think.
I like how you're saying fiber kind of seductively.
Fiber. I feel like Chris Ann maybe was like, they're called Morning Glory muffins because like they help you have a glorious... I never put that together.
Is that why they're called that? Because they make you poop?
I think maybe. Anyways, that was news to me. I always just pictured like the flour.
I thought it was like But they don't have the flour anywhere in them. They don't look like the flour. Oh boy.
But yeah, they have like carrots, apples, applesauce, flax, raisins, just like lots of good stuff. But they're also like still plenty sweet. I'm like very happy to eat them. A couple times now I've made a batch and then I freeze them. I will say one is not enough for me for breakfast at this point. I'll usually have 2. Sometimes I'll have 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're really good like backup breakfast and I'm going to keep making them.
They sound great for like a mid-morning second breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're in our 40s. Fiber is a priority these days.
Yeah.
I'm, recently post-colonoscopy and like motivated around this topic. So
yeah, totally.
Making it delicious feels important. So yeah, love it. That's a great butter. Okay, next up we have Indulgence Gospel, our new bonus segment for paid subscribers. Today we are talking about shorts versus pants. A very polarizing conversation. Free list, you won't want to miss this. Click the link in your episode description or go to burnttoastpodcast.com to join us.
You've been listening to Burnt Toast. If you'd like to support the show, follow us for free in your podcast player. And if you have a second, please leave a little note about why you love Burnt Toast. Your reviews really help new listeners find conversations like these.
The Burnt Toast podcast is hosted by Virginia Soul-Smith and Corinne Fay. You can follow me on Instagram and Threads at _Soul-Smith. Follow Corinne on Instagram at SelfieFay and on Patreon at Big Undies.
This podcast is produced by Kim Baldwin. You can follow Kim at The Blonde Mule on all platforms and subscribe to her newsletter at theblondemule.com. The Burnt Toast logo is by Deanna Lowe. Our theme music is by Faraday.
Our video editor is Elizabeth Ayiku, who also runs the Me Little Me Foundation, a virtual food pantry supporting multiply marginalized folks recovering from eating disorders. Learn more and donate at melittlemefoundation.org. And Tommy Heron is our audio engineer. Thanks for listening and for supporting anti-diet, body liberation journalism.